yet.
Maybe one paper says they're looking for a Hail Mary pass.
I sent a note pretty late, too late probably, to Harbaugh, to see what was going on.
Did he?
No response. It was like pretty late. I don't know what time he goes to bed. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to bed very early.
Why?
I have no idea though.
Probably not right now. He's probably up or up late. He's one of the guys really pushing to.
Usually, if this happened before with him, he had a different phone. My texts are in green. Usually they're in blue. Now they're in green to him, which generally means not the same phone, or it's not an Apple or something.
Make your appointment. Call 248-879-1100 or go to painfreelifecenters.com.
Live on Facebook. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
WJR News, and now Paul W. Smith.
Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Good Tuesday morning to you. It's the 11th day of August, the 224th day of 2020. There are 142 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Even early mornings like this one on a Tuesday. We've got the team all lined up and raring to go. Dick Kafner already gave you all the news, presented the way it should be as news. Dana Clark is raring to go with traffic and weather, already giving reports this morning, and movies to see, places to eat, an opinion or two. Brian Morton is in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building and pushing all the right buttons. And Ann Thomas, our executive producer, is here and still wondering what's behind those blinds.
Good morning, Deb. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Annie, do you have to wind that grandfather's clock, or do you have to...
The barrister does that. That's
like
his
one
job.
of his
Yes.
The barrister will now wind the clock. The children all line up. Well, when they were little and they were like the Von Trapp family in The Sound of Music, all singing a special Dad's Winding the Clock song. Those were the days, my friends. We thought they would never end. But then, of course, they did. So what's going on? Do we have football? Do we not have football? Before I went to bed, we didn't have it. Then later, as I was checking, then we did have it. Not so fast. It's not over yet. Hail Mary pass. Who knows? Jim Harbaugh still wants to play. Ohio State still wants to play. I mean, the Ohio State still wants to play. What a season it would be. Just one Ohio State-Michigan game after another.
Dick, what's the latest?
This just in.
Virtually no change from 24 hours ago.
So there's nothing but confusion still.
Well, no
apparently.
answer.
No answer.
A small conference out west decided they were not going to have football. It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Once
the start of the season.
Once the teams like the MAC and the different divisions, smaller though they may be, started making the big boy decisions, the big boys have to pay attention. Because the first thing that'll be said if something goes wrong is, well, even the MAC knew not to do this. What's wrong with you guys? And no matter how you look at it, there's liability, there's this, there's that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Oh, there's also genuine concern for the students. Sorry.
Good acting. That was.
Forgot about the money.
Decide to play the school presidents. It's like them telling the coronavirus, "We dare you to stop us."
Right. Right.
And so far, the coronavirus has really enjoyed those dares done by
really
people.
kicked our butt.
people out in the water with their hundreds
Oh,
or
yeah.
thousands of them for the boats and the various things. The only place where it doesn't affect people is when they're out protesting for things that the people in medicine agree with. And apparently they get some kind of special immunity when they're protesting because they can't get sick then, so, interestingly enough. It is 5:43 Tuesday morning.
This report is sponsored by the podcast The Piketon Massacre.
They had snuck in the night and committed these murders.
8 people dead, all from the same family.
We couldn't believe something like that would happen here.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre wherever you get your podcasts.
They have a whole podcast devoted to massacres.
I guess I'm going to have to check it out since I hear this every morning.
Just in case the real news isn't bad enough.
Right.
Now we have podcasts with even worse news.
Right.
Okay. Let's check it. Our WJR Traffic and Weather first, Miss Dana Clark.
Unfortunately, not starting off on a happy note. WJR Traffic sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. 96 westbound after Wixom Road, a wreck is blocking the right lane and dealing with a closure. Lodge northbound at 7 Mile, that right lane is blocked. Also, that exit ramp is closed. Lodge northbound at 7 Mile, shut down due to an accident. And so a double situation there on the Lodge northbound at 7 Mile. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Guernsey Farms Dairy. Celebrate 80 years with Guernsey this summer at your local grocer. From their award-winning milk, ice cream, and lemonade, they are a true Michigan summer tradition. Guernsey is excited to announce their newly remodeled restaurant in Northville, now open Wednesday through Sunday. For more info, visit GuernseyFarmsDairy.com. That's GuernseyFarmsDairy.com.
That's coming. Drier air, cooler air coming in after a warm morning. A southwest breeze around this afternoon. Some sunshine mixing in with the clouds. And just a passing shower thunderstorm. No widespread rain. High 86. Tonight, 62 and clear. Suburbs 50s. Good-looking Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine. Pleasant 87. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stitchik on News Talk 760 WJR.
5:45, 15 minutes away from 6. He's with us from noon to 3. The Rush Limbaugh Show, but he checks in with us first thing in the morning like now. Rush?
Last weekend, there was an op-ed in the Washington paper, The Hill, and it raised a question. Why New York City loses more residents than any other city. Now, according to libertarian author Kirsten Tate, 270 New Yorkers abandon the city every day. Taxes play a major role. New York City residents have the highest tax burden in the country. Now, Democrat Mayor de Blasio brags that he wants to tax the hell out of the rich. Democrat Governor Andrew Cuomo, the brother of Fredo, has made it even worse. So a lot of residents are crying uncle. Since they can't fully deduct their state and local taxes anymore because of Trump's tax reform, they are escaping to lower tax states like Florida and Texas. It's also about quality of life. After years of declining crime, thanks to mayors like Giuliani, violent crime is rising again. The cops are afraid to make arrests. It's predictable. City schools are failing. 200 schools need serious reform, according to the Department of Education. And then there's the staggering cost of living. Rents and real estate prices are at an all-time high. So they're leaving. But you know what they're doing? They're going to other states, and they're taking everything that destroyed New York with them. They're not learning anything. And we're paying the price when these people come and infect our states. I would prefer they stay in New York and keep the destruction local.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3, today, right here on WJR.
So, Dubster, did you get rain last night?
Not that I know of. I don't know. I haven't opened my door and looked out. I don't remember it before going to bed.
We were all ready for that Dureco to be coming our way, and I think Dureco passed us by.
Yeah, I kept, when we went out for our abbreviated walk last night, I kept looking up at the sky. I was talking to my mother on the phone and walking, and It looked like that storm was coming, but it certainly wasn't a big storm. At least if there was, I slept through it.
Yeah, I don't think it was
Just
too much.
writing on the Sam Kiley from Beirut story.
Sammy Goen has not answered his phone. Our other Beirut person.
Yeah, the guy we had on yesterday was
excellent.
Was really good. I wouldn't mind, checking in with him again one way or another.
Absolutely. Periodically, he'd be a great person to check in with. He really seemed to have a good understanding of what was going on there.
Did your Westwood One thing come through yet with the reporters?
Yes.
What did that come before midnight?
I can check. Let's see here.
It says First Look Tuesday, but I thought that was from last night. That was
4:28. Mine came in.
I can't read the time on this one, but it says for Tuesday, August 11th. Linda Kenyon.
Yeah, that's it. Here also. Well, let's see if it goes.
I do not like the new email thing.
No. I'm getting used to it.
I kept thinking I'd get used to it, but I'm not yet. So, so we have the meteor shower tonight.
Oh,
what time?
Through tomorrow morning. Just late in the evening is all I know.
I don't think I've ever really seen a meteor shower. Do we need a telescope or can we?
I don't think so. I'm going to go get my papers. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, okay.
So what else is going on, Dana?
What else is happening? There's this new dinosaur exhibit at DTE.
I think
Did you see
saw
that
on Facebook?
Yeah, it's it opened I think like last Friday or so. It's like $49 I think for a car.
So is it at the DTE headquarters?
It's on the grounds of DTE Energy
in Detroit.
Isn't that no, Pine Knob? You know where Pine Knob used to be?
Yes.
Yeah, up there, and the dinosaurs look gigantic.
I saw one that looked real.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's a great activity, if you want to get your kids out and just do something different. I'm thinking about going to the Toledo Zoo. I always wanted to go there. And every year I say I'm going to go, and I don't go.
You're hearing the Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Well, as we continue on this Tuesday morning, doesn't look like... Hello, sweetheart. It doesn't look like it rained here. If it did, it was a long time ago because it's not wet out there. Mm-hmm. And it's way less humid this morning.
Good.
Than it
A little
was.
cooler today. Yeah.
It's definitely more comfortable out there. Mm-hmm. I didn't think I printed that page. So the newspapers, I love this woman who delivers these so nice and early by like about 5. God bless her. And then somebody comes by here several hours later when it's meaningless to me, like at 9, and delivers 2 more.
Oh, really?
Of the Detroit newspapers. We have not been able to get to the bottom of that.
That's interesting.
It is
I say, I do not want to pay for 2 more free presses and newses.
Right.
Especially when they come in so late that I already have them for 4 hours. But anyway, we'll get to the bottom of that. But the college game is in chaos. Speaking of what we were speaking of, Sean Windsor in the Free Press. Whitmer gets renewed buzz as Biden vice presidential choice. Todd Spangler. I don't know how that's possible, given the headline on the Detroit News. Michigan women push Biden to pick black female vice president. So I don't know if this is a diversionary tactic, which who cares? Why would they do a diversionary tactic by throwing up the governor again? It's kind of cruel. But that's where we stand with headlines. Coaches, players look for a Hail Mary to save fall football. John Nayo Detroiters find themselves split on calls to defund police. And COVID-19 pushes more into poverty. That's the news. We have Dr. on USA Today on the cover, our old pal, Dr. Mona Hanna-Attisha, Women of the Century. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Yes, exactly. So during the break, Paul, Dana was talking about this amazing dinosaur exhibit at DTE Energy out at the theater. And I just checked it out, looked at the pictures. These dinosaurs, they look real.
Don't
What
they?
a great
They're
thing
huge.
for
and
a
of course-
family to do.
And you remember what real dinosaurs were like back then. when you were
Bada
a
boom, bada bing.
girl. When you were a little girl and the dinosaurs still roamed.
But what a great thing for a family to do.
Yeah,
Because
that
you
would
just
be
get in your
fun.
car and you go and check them out.
You just ride through the whole thing.
You just drive among the dinosaurs.
Yes, kind of like
Yeah,
Jurassic
hi,
Park.
Patrick. He says Toledo Zoo is awesome. I think I might go this week.
Oh, the Toledo Zoo is awesome.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have such good zoos so close to us.
It's another good outside activity.
Yes. It's open to the public now, of course. Wear your mask out there. But anyway, hopefully Mr. Biden will pick his running mate this week, he says.
Yes.
He says this week.
He
Now-
has to because the convention starts next Monday.
Okay.
So
right.
we're definitely going to get some news.
Which he isn't going to, right?
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
But he just don't sleep on Michigan because that's what happened last time. So that's
Well,
keep that in mind.
I hope that when they pick his running mate for him, that
right, when they let him know who it is.
I hope he knows who it is
He will.
upon sight.
I actually think both conventions are going to be seriously scaled down. I don't think either candidate is actually going to the convention. I think there's just a small group of people that are gathering in person. Dick, I think you could confirm that, right?
Yes, that's
how they're
exactly
going to do
what's
it.
going to happen.
President
In fact,
is,
the latest information from the Trump campaign is the president hasn't decided where he's going to make his acceptance speech. It could be at the White House. It could be at the Gettysburg battlefield. And there's probably a long list of other places. So
Nancy Pelosi
it's
is
all up in
totally.
the air. It'll be small meetings by both parties, and it'll be very creative on how they choose to do this, because the way they do it could impact the way people vote.
The Nancy Pelosi is very, very upset and concerned and doesn't want him doing it from the White House.
I saw that.
So, not that anyone should
Well,
really
that'll
care
make
what
it more
Nancy
likely that
Pelosi.
he will.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
We were talking earlier, Dick, about the meteor shower from tonight through dawn Wednesday. What is it? Perseid? Perseid? What do you call it? Perseid? How often does that come around?
Since the dinosaurs.
Every year we see it. It's not like one that we say, well, if you miss
It's
it,
every
you
year.
can see it in 300 years. Because I've
But
seen this
sometimes you
before. I
can see
mean,
them
it's come
well,
up
and
a few
sometimes
times.
They don't show up at all.
Depends on the weather and the clouds and the sky and
Right.
a lot of other stuff. Yeah. So that's tonight. Okay. It is National Panini Day. I don't know. If you weren't planning on a panini
Get your
today, you
grills
probably
out.
aren't going to have one. It's the pan-warmed Italian sandwich dating back to 1956 from an Italian street fair story.
That's what the
All right.
George Foreman.
The George Foreman grill. Yeah. Did he make a lot of money off those? It is 5:56 Tuesday morning, WJR.
This report is sponsored by the podcast The Piketon Massacre.
They had snuck in the night and committed these murders.
8 people dead, all from the same family.
We couldn't believe something like that would happen here.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, Clay Jerky says the president will give his acceptance speech from the steps of the Capitol in Lansing. Good one, Clay.
Oh,
Good one.
Clay.
5:57 at News Talk 760 WJR Traffic and Weather. First, and Dana Clark.
Traffic first sponsored by the Metro Detroit chapter of Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, SMACNA. SMACNA contractors fabricate, install, and service heating and cooling, ventilation systems, build metal roofing, and much more for your commercial, industrial, public, or residential project. They take all the necessary precautions getting the job done right and on time. Hire Detroit's best. Visit smacnad.org. Good news along the Lodge northbound at 7 Mile. That off-ramp has reopened and that earlier accident blocking the right lane is clear. 96 westbound after Wixom Road, wreck still blocks that right lane. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by the law firm of Victoria Divorce and Family Law for women only. Family members and friends, pass this information on to your loved ones. Security, protection, a brighter tomorrow. The conversation starts with the law firm of Victoria. Call 248-723-1600. VictoriaLawFirm.com. Expecting it to feel a lot better outside today. Start with clouds, then some partial sunshine. Could see a stray shower or thunderstorm, a high of 85. Tonight, clear, your low 63. For hump day, lots of sunshine and a high of 87. Cloudy, 73 degrees. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News with Dick Hafner in about 1 minute.
I've got more details for the group on the Meteor Shower.
Okay.
So there are 3 peak mornings, August 11th, today, the 12th, and the 13th.
Okay.
And it says consider watching it in the moonlight, but place yourself in the moon shadow.
Okay. Ooh.
Someone cue Cat Stevens, please.
In the moon shadow.
Yes, place
Moon
yourself in the
shadow.
moon shadow. I like that song, Paul.
Yeah, he's got good music. He's still around.
He is?
By his other name. He changed his
He
name.
changed his name to, wasn't it Mohammed?
I don't remember.
I think so.
We just saw Kim and I just saw a thing on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was good. He's still making music.
No, I'm wrong. He
Yusuf.
changed it to Yusuf Islam.
Yusuf Islam.
Mhm. So he's in London, it looks like, or Great Britain, maybe. Interesting. So we're still kind of with the same stories every day. The sports story, the school story. Whether to go back or not is the question of the week.
Yeah, so we have the
And politics.
father from the Birmingham Groves.
Yes. And that's he's representative of other cities like, so we've got Grosse Pointe was doing some protesting, and I see today South Lyon is doing some protesting too. So some parents are really starting to make some noise about this.
Protesting to go back?
Yes.
I know in Grosse
believe
Pointe they were
so.
protesting to go back, but I
Okay.
don't know about the other ones. But
Yes.
yes.
Birmingham, I believe this group too is making some noise. South Lyon is also pushing to return. So it will be interesting to see when school actually starts what happens. If it'll be a mix or, and how long it will last. Will it go all year or will it just
go to the new year?
Right. Yes.
Go to the new infection.
Right.
I don't know. I don't have a clue as to where all that's going to go or how it's going to go.
And what about back to school shopping? Because isn't that a huge business?
Yes, that's what. Remember, I was asking. I wonder if parents will be spending less or more this year.
Did you see that one of the schools announced a dress code, even if they're staying home?
Oh,
Really?
They will expect the kids to follow a dress code while they're doing the online studies.
that's kind of a good idea.
They can see you. Okay,
Well,
so
I mean, they can see you, but for example, I'm not wearing pants.
right, like
But
Very funny.
gonna
that was
check.
a joke. Yeah, I mean, I don't have. Are they going to make everyone stand and
Right,
turn
stand
around?
and
and
turn around when
What-
they
what-
call your
do
name.
you have proper shoes on?
Right.
Well, you'll just have to wonder, won't you?
Mm.
So I don't know what they're doing, but I did hear that somebody wanted to keep the dress code up.
So Ann Albertson, Radar's mom, says Dearborn voted last night. They're starting off virtual until the beginning of October.
Mm-hmm.
Ann is weighing in on that this morning. Good morning,
Thank you,
Ann.
Ann. Thank you, Ann.
Say hello to Radar for us.
Please give Radar our best. You know, we still get messages from Radar.
Oh, yes.
Interestingly enough, while we're here. People keep asking me.
Patrick says, my question is, everyone talking about childcare if they don't go physically, what do people do on a normal June, July, August, summer? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Radar's mom is a teacher, so she's going back. Well, she's going to do virtual.
Kathy McPherson asked where the Dinosaur Exhibit is.
DTE Energy out at where we used to be Pine Knob.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's out there?
Mm-hmm. Which is what, Clarkston?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Up 75, way up 75.
So it's in their parking lot?
Yes, it's on their
where you drive
on the ground.
through?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's a picture of them
But not
in
on
the
the ground
Detroit
where
News.
the concerts and stuff are, because how could you drive through there?
Right, true. It must be in there, huge, as you mentioned.
It says it's an interactive safari-like route, and you wind through the little exhibit.
But staying in the car would presuppose that you're in the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
rather
there's
than going
more
up
than-
the side of the hill.
It says here more than 70 moving lifelike dinosaurs.
And you know the kids just want to get out. Can I get out, Mom? Can I get out? Can I get out? Can I touch it?
Yeah, that's true.
But it'd be exciting for them.
The selfies.
Right.
Run
Can you
amok.
imagine? Mm-hmm.
I've actually seen some on Facebook.
Have you?
Yeah.
And people will think it's real. A selfie with a dinosaur, and they say, my God, that's real. I don't know about that. All right, I don't see it, but I'm looking.
So yes, Paul.
Somebody said, who said this now? It's in the Detroit News.
I just found it online in the Detroit News. It's probably
online.
Yeah, it's probably from another day.
Oh, here comes Kim with. Do you want to go see the dinosaurs, little girl? Would you like to see my dinosaurs?
There's probably adults that want to go too, just to get out.
For sure, just to do something. You know, it's amazing the creative ways we can come up with things.
Jurassic Quest drive-through.
Yep.
Yes.
DTE.
Very cool.
Energy Music
You
Theater.
got it.
Jurassic Quest drive-through.
Yes.
Interesting. Fascinating. And even more so that somebody put something like this together and bringing it all across the country. I'd like to see those semi-trucks.
Yeah.
Loaded with dinosaurs to serve you.
So, Dub, you watch late night news. What did you learn about that shooting outside the White House? Who was that person? And what were they trying to do?
I don't know, but I don't know any of those details.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
That never
Good
gets
Tuesday
old.
morning for you. It's the 11th of August, the 224th day of 2020. There are 142 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Well, we were just in the middle of a story about a shooting there outside the White House. It was not as close as one would think it would be, but close enough for the Secret Service. We'll get into that in a moment. But Dick Hafner just had some news for us. We appreciate it, Dick. Dana Clark, Traffic and Weather first here at WJR. Of course, Brian Morton is in the control room in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, the only one who can't do his job from home like the rest of us are. My sweet Kim is up and Adam and showing me dinosaurs on her computer. And, of course, Ann Thomas, our executive producer.
Good morning.
So Ann asked me, because I go to bed the latest, what about the shooting? Now, the president was just about to do a press briefing like he does, and all of a sudden a Secret Service guy came in and said something, and the president said, "I'm sorry, excuse me, what?" And then the Secret Service guy came much closer and said it in his ear, something like, "We've got to get you out of here," or "There's been a shooting," or "Please come with me," or whatever he said. The president said, "Oh, okay." And as he was leaving, he said, "Excuse me," to the to the crowd there, without saying anything else, because he wasn't supposed to, I suppose. And they let him out. And his little people that sit on the side, his people that have special reports to do during his press briefing, they all got up, looked at each other, and thought, "Well, I don't know. We follow him because we followed him in here." So they followed him out. And he came back not long after. It was about 6 o'clock. He was addressing the press in the White House briefing room. The agent approached the president in mid-sentence, escorted him from the room. And when the president came back, he said there was a shooting outside of the White House. When I was reading about it, it was like a block or two, it seemed, away from the White House, but that's in the bubble, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A guy came running at a Secret Service agent saying he had a gun. One presumed he pulled that gun when he was running toward the Secret Service agent, who then shot the guy. However, we were told that the Secret Service agent and the perpetrator both went to the hospital.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I obviously that sounds as if the Secret Service agent was injured, shot, or whatever as well. But that no one has come through with a report on that, unless Dick has a later report than what I saw or heard last night. I don't know, Dick, anything else?
No, I don't have any better information than that.
So anyway, it was odd. I don't remember anything like that happening live on television before when a president is giving. The closest thing I have is, in my mind's eye, was remembering President Bush reading to a classroom when someone came in and whispered in his ear that a plane had just crashed into the World Trade Center. And the look on the president's face. And of course, they tried to put him down for that as well, because he was a Republican president. So he was, of course, stupid in the eyes of the news media. But I thought he handled it very well, considering what they just whispered in his ear. And he didn't want to alarm children that he was reading a book to. But that's another story. The only other thing that people are thinking and talking about, besides going back to school, is whether we're going to have football or not. So far, at least as far as I can see. I don't know what else.
There'll be a meeting today by the Big Ten president. So later today, we'll learn that they probably will not have football in the fall.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's got too much momentum going the other way right now for anybody to stand in the way of that momentum, no matter how badly the Ohio State University or the University of Michigan, among others, want to play football. I'm not sure they'll be able to.
Who makes the final decision?
The presidents.
Presidents.
Though they're not paid as if they're the most important person on campus, they are the most important person when it comes to the schools and the decisions that have to be made. By the way, I don't have any update on Simon Cowell and his broken back, but we do have, Kim just passed along that Kelly Clarkson will temporarily replace Simon Cowell on America's Got Talent while he gets better from his back injury. So the show goes on, as they say in show business.
Electric bike has been taken away from her.
He must be in serious pain.
Man, oh man. Do those things go fast? They go faster, I guess, than if you were just pedaling. But and you know what is it with adults out there not wearing their helmets? That's crazy. That's just crazy. There was a period of time where people were wearing their helmets. And certainly if you're a parent, you're telling your kids to wear a helmet, you should be wearing a helmet too. But everybody who rides a bike should wear a bike helmet. That's not a difficult thing. And it's not like it gets you hot. There are holes in it, so it breathes and it it's comfortable, all of that. I just bought a new one the other day from Bikes, Blades, and Boards, that 3B's place here in Grosse Pointe. And my helmet was so old that it was deteriorating. Helmets have a shelf life. And I went past the shelf life on my helmet. So I think I told you I took my helmet off, and Kim said, "Did you look at your head?" And I go, not lately. And it was all black across the front where the helmet was deteriorating.
So you're part of the group that is involved in bike riding, because isn't it amazing how many people are out and about bike riding?
Yeah, my group consists of Kim and me.
Well, that's
going
good.
very slow, huh?
I do like to see throughout Grosse Pointe these groups that clearly get together like after work or whatever, and they all wear the bike, like the racers clothing. There's certain biking wear that bikers, bicyclists wear, and I don't have any of that stuff.
But
And
you're
it's
out
just
there
as well
exercising. So
it's
that's
just
good.
as well. Yeah, not enough. But
Well, you're
I don't
starting.
think I look as good in spandex as,
No, don't do that.
say, Steve Courtney, who's coming
don't
up
do
here
it.
shortly. Yeah.
Is
It
your
is,
twin Airdyne still in the basement?
That went with the old house. All the things that I bought that Paul Harvey was selling, like the Schwinn Airdyne, I bought one, and you could hold a lot of clothing hanging on that thing. that stayed behind. There's no room in this house. It is 6:14 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If the next step for your business is finding a high-impact hire, try Indeed. Their flexible payment options mean better bang for your buck with no long-term contracts. Indeed will even give you a $75 credit for your first job post at Indeed.com/high-impact. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's check in our WJR traffic and weather first. And we certainly have Dana Clark here just ahead of CNN's Sam Kiley live in Beirut. We'll get an update there. Dana?
Traffic First, sponsored by the Carpenters Labor Management Partnership Team. Make a career change today. Join the skilled trades. The Carpenters LMPT contractors are looking for professional, hardworking individuals that want to build a career with great pay, full retirement, and family health care. Text JOB to 855-424-2562. That's JOB to 855-424-2562. Accident in Lyon Township blocking the right lane 94 westbound between Wixom Road and Milford. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Restore Wellness Center. Are you experiencing nagging body pain, tired of taking medication for relief? Neck and back, arthritis, tendonitis, muscle soreness, and more. The Restore Wellness Center can help relieve or eliminate the pain completely and get you back to work. Reserve your appointment today. Call 800-935-5959 in Brighton, Shelby, and Bloomfield, or restorewellnesscenter.com.
The mild weather returning as temperatures are in the 70s once again to start the day. Isolated showers, thunderstorms this afternoon, 86. We will clear it out tonight. And much cooler air coming in on the north breeze, 62. That means suburbs could be in the 50s. Great looking day on Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine, 87. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging on News Talk 760 WJR.